Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing our Romance of the Three Kingdoms XIII run, playing as Liu Bei. We have reached the final leg of the campaign, or of the run. We are doing the final campaign to take out Sun Quan. It will be gratuitous. There's way more soldiers than we need, but still we will be marching on Sun Quan and his army at this point in time. We've already begun the march from kind of the far back areas, and as time passes and as the armies start passing the other locations, we will look to start advancing with everyone all at once, kind of from every city. And so this is the plan. We should be getting through all of it today. We should also be seeing our person coming of age, our child rearing coming of age in Liu Shou, who's genius, excellent. I'm curious what their stat line looks like, because it's been a while since I've played Romance 13, to the degree to which we could get a kid, or long enough for us to get a kid, and so I'm curious what their stat line looks like. We do have one kid already, but we didn't take a too close a look at what they had beforehand. They turned out okay. You know, it happens. Sometimes you get a kid, sometimes they turn out okay, sometimes they don't. That's just life, baby. This is who we had gotten. They are Comrade, which is really boosting them up to be quite good, because 90, 70, 69 is a pretty good stat line with the Comrade boost. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Liu Bei and Jiangxi's son is the bio, of course, because it's generated dynamically. It's got some skills, but overall, not too good. Let's see his aptitude. Spear aptitude A is actually pretty nice, so that'll be nice. We'll march out with him at some point. We might even do the final battle ourselves. Maybe that'll be a little bit themey, but it'll also be super gratuitous because we don't need to do it ourselves because we can just sim it. Anyways, onward into Sun Quan's camp. Okay, well, somehow, despite Cao Cao hating our guts, has been persuaded to join our army by Cao Pi, which we're fine with that, but let's take a look and move him on over. So, we're gonna, first of all, assignments, transfer order, or we're gonna just assign him to being governor. I assume we will be able to. Stand aside, Cao Pi, your daddy's gonna take charge. Listen to daddy. So, he's gonna be now in charge. We don't have an assignment, or we don't have a ranking for him, which is kind of an absolute travesty. He should have a title of some sort. Of course, in order to do that, we would need to shuffle everything. So what we might do is we might just give him the title of someone who doesn't really deserve it that much. Zhao Hu Ba is probably the weakest person that, you know, in terms of titling, that maybe doesn't deserve it, so we'll give that to Cao Cao instead. We'll say Zhao Hu Ba, stand aside. Cao Cao is going to take the road. Take the wheel. If we get, you know what actually we'll probably do is, I think after we capture some cities, we will get promoted to Emperor or something higher, and so I think what we'll do is we just won't march out of Puyang until after Cao Cao is eligible for some sort of rank. And just to take a look at him, because I think we've taken a look at him, but he's one of the principal important characters in terms of stats. He was the King of Wei, proved his ability through commander. I mean, he's the primary antagonist in the novel. Proved his commander as cavalry in suppression of Yellow Turbans after Dong Zhuo's death. Wandered the land to help build the foundations of the Wei Kingdom. Posthumously named Emperor Wei Wu. And he has absolutely tremendous skills and really strong aptitudes with a bow aptitude. That's a little bit surprising. I think the game usually tends to have him kind of more horse-oriented, horse-oriented, which is kind of like the more elite type of thing, but his stat line's tremendous. Highest leadership in the game, in this game in particular, I think, and very, very solid stats otherwise, and so also Daring Command, I assume, is one of the best abilities. Usually when there are special abilities for each commander, Cao Cao gets one of the best, if not the best, which generally buffs all of his surrounding troops. We see plus, that's more pluses than 2 pluses, and so we're happy to have him on our side and not their side. Alright, so the pieces are moving. They are starting to send out forces to counter our own, which we are mobilizing, but we don't have pushing into their territory. We just have them in our territory to construct stuff. We have marched out of every single city save for 3. Or save for 4, I suppose. That Li Dian city was one we overlooked, which is, or save for 5. Man, the truth hurts. We still need to march out from Chenliu, Jiabei, Puyang, which we're waiting for Cao Cao to be able to give him a higher rank. We're waiting to capture cities to do this. We haven't marched out from the main capital, and we haven't marched out from Zhuge because we want to make him prime minister before we march, if possible. And so other than that, every other place is starting to kind of meet up. You know, we will start merging some of these armies into like 100k stacks or 50k-ish stacks. They are marching forward, and they are trying to counter stuff, but they can't adequately do it because they have 44,000 here, an additional 8,000 coming, but they're leaving themselves open in Heipu. In Guiyang, we have marched forward here. That's fine. They have 50,000 to match us. Not a big deal. We're just going to build a fortress here and then just wait for us to crash through on this left side, because here we have quite a lot. You know, 150,000. Here is kind of another 130,000. We have 38,000 crashing into kind of nothingness to defend over here. We have a bunch of forces meeting up here, namely the 5 Tiger Generals Force, which Huang Zhang's already merged up with Zhao Yun. Guan Yu will be merging up with them as well. And then behind that, we have even Zhao Hudun coming to merge with Zhao Yuan's force. We have several coming through to push on to Jianjia. Someone corrected me on the pronunciation, but I don't remember exactly what the correct one was. But this is going to be another 150 to 200,000 here, 150 to 200,000 going straight through to Yuzhang, and then we are going to have, you know, a modest 50,000 looking to push Shouchun here, 200-ish thousand coming crashing through here, and maybe 300,000 coming down on the rightmost flank to kind of curve through the back as best we can. I imagine the last city we take is Jiannan, and so for this group, the 5 Tiger General group, I think we will actually just push straight for that. I think we'll just come here and then push down south into that, and that will be our kind of avenue of ingress, because in terms of normal expansion, I think this would be the final city to take, and so we'll try and accelerate that. But everyone on their force is marching out. If we look at their force, they have so many basically empty cities now. 0 out of 4, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 5, 7 out of 8. That one's not empty yet. 6 out of 8, 6 out of 6. But they have a lot of 0 out of blanks, which means they can't reorganize very well. 0 out of 8 with, you know, what is it, 40,000 coming your way, you're going to have to reorganize. And so we're going to get several pushing points where they collapse, and then they'll reorganize backwards, and then this will be kind of where we just crash through. Although there's way too many troops, even if they manage to get even exchanges or even distribution, it wouldn't matter because we're just so much more powerful here. And the first battle is met with Wang Ping's force crashing in. These are mainly people who served Liu Zhang in this force, as well as some Shu officers in general, as well as backing him up, wife number 2, bringing along some of the Nanman tribesmen as well as Jiangguan to oversee everything. And this is going to be the first combat we have here. In the meantime, we are doing a friend quest with Cao Cao. Of course, everyone knows how great friends Liu Bei and Cao Cao were, and so we will do our own little quest, you know, trying to try the wine, except we didn't, and now we just report to Cao Cao or Cao Cao. Dynasty Warriors 3 is strong in this one. In terms of enunciation, and then we will be ready to march on also down here, and we will just march on to the city because the city is right next to the other stuff. I think that once we take this spot, we should be able to take the city. Only like 20,000 defending here. We have them outnumbered 2-1 here. Zhang Fei is advancing unopposed here. Here there's stiff opposition. We're just not going to push into it. Here we are starting to make advancements here, taking over Chibi, and then of course we will advance further as we are unopposed at the moment. Here we are waiting to get our final kind of merge on. Oop, we didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. We're waiting. The armies are organizing up here in terms of pushing into Qiao, and they are organizing over here as well, you know, getting the final little bit of stragglers in. We'll probably be able to push through here, kind of through the back door over here, as they are not defending Zaiyang, so that should be fine enough for us, and they are advancing there already. I think we're going to have Deng Ai merge with Wei Yan, if possible, just to clean things up. No, we do not want to construct a stronghold there. Okay, so I suppose that what we will do instead is Zhang Fei will just advance on Heipu, and now we'll see kind of the power of just this multi-pronged attack, right? Because they are not going to be able to resist this multi-pronged attack. We will enter Puyang, we will report to Cao Cao, and we will become good friends with our big, nice fetch quest. Legendary wine, sharing the taste of company. It was a great journey. Wasn't it really a great journey between Liu Bei and Cao Cao? I feel like this is a metaphor for the larger portion of the game. It was a great journey. Whenever you're thirsty, you know where to find me. There we go. Wholesome friendship, as it were. The most wholesomest. And so then I think we will just report back to Zhu Cheng. Here. And then we have a lot of merging and orders to do, but we are starting to get in the first combats. The first blood has been drawn. You know, Rambo Part 1, we drew first blood, as it were, and ready to start crashing through here. As well as up here, of course, because, I mean, they have no resistance here. So, it should be, all these armies should just scatter to the wind as they get reorganized, as the calamity breaks upon their back lines, which means we don't even have to face a lot of these troops that are marching out anyways. But we'll reorganize some troops here. The armies are reorganized and we're back in the action. We're not going to do any of the RP stuff that there is left to do, and we see the first retreat. Jian Qin has successfully evaded Huawei, and they are retreating because their city here is under attack, which means we get the direct attack off there with no problems. Cao Cao we have invited to be one of our comrades as well, because we figured we might as well just have him in the city with us, keep a close eye. Here we are marching and suppressing as we go, probably unnecessary to suppress, and we have taken our first city in Heipu completely unopposed here, which is going to be fantastic for us. We have captured one guy. Will we transfer an officer here? I think we will, just because we know exactly where... oh man, we don't. Okay, here. A little disruptive. I thought we knew exactly where an officer... I thought that the interface... Oh, we could select the starting point. Perfect. We want to select the starting point here, and we are just going to make Zhao Fan and Liu Jun. We'll transfer him there. That'll be a nice little step up, and they will make them governor. Yeah, we'll assign automatically. No, we're not seeing anyone. We're too busy conquering the world. And then Zhang Fei, we will have advance further into Kangwu in this direction to kind of reinforce Ma Cao's army. We, of course, are bringing Han Sui to all the way across the map to reinforce Ma Cao, because memes. Han Sui, I either chopped off or tried to chop off Han Sui's arm, or Ma Cao did to Han Sui, but it was all misunderstanding. Here we have a battle that is going quite well, and we are continuing to expand over here with the two Zhaohus, more than just two of them. We're waiting for Deng Ai to recover his, Deng Ai, what's going on? Did you not advance all the way to Sui? Oh, he was trying to advance to merge, okay. He was trying to advance to merge with, what's his name? And then there wasn't enough room, Wei Yan. Here we have completely, started to push, with several big armies. Sima Yi's force consists of Sima Yi, Sima Shi, Hao Zhao, who served him historically, Bu Dujin, I forget Bu Dujin's backstory, Zhang Ha, who was often kind of the right-hand man of Sima Yi, and Wang Ji. With Zhu Huang, we have the recruiter of Zhu Huang, Man Chong. We also have Wang Cheng, Qian Zhao, Qian Duan from the Northlands, Yue Jin, and Zun Yu. And then Zun Yu and Yue Jin are both with their sons, and then we have Wu Yi kind of on his own. I think what we're going to do is we are going to have Ma Zhang merge with Wu Yi over here. The two kind of Shu officers belong together, and so let's do that. And they will merge on up. Zhang Liao is we're still holding him in reserve, deciding where he's going to go. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to advance on Ziyang with both Jiak Zhu and Zhang Yi's force. Jiak Zhu's force notably has Zhu in it. Jiaxu is being bodyguarded by Dian Man, son of the man whom he helped slay, and then we put the 2 North tribesmen from all the way in Qing together with Jiaxu because they historically served Wei. With Zhang Yi, I believe we have Fei Yi along in tow, who is a minister of Wu, and just kind of a smattering of boyos, some people from the non-Man tribe. We will advance forward with Li Yan's unit. We were careful to put Li Yan on the front exactly. Li Yan, famous for having a very nice career until he accidentally forgot to supply the supplies and then ruined a northern campaign. So we put him on the front so he would not be a part of the supply line. We got Ma Dai in tow, Gao Pei, Wang Jun. Wang Jun's Wei officer, if I recall correctly, so maybe not on theme, but theme doesn't matter when you're way stronger, and so we're going to push into Zhui Jiang, and then up here we are about ready to push. I think we're just going to push. Guo Hai is probably trying to merge here, so we're going to advance him to Siwu, and with the other ones we will just advance on Ling. There's more than enough troops here, around 200,000. And so these guys will push the backline cities and really kind of wreak havoc on them. Because all these guys who are over here, they will have to retreat when their backline cities start getting touched. Everyone knows you don't allow your backline cities to get touched. And so we here will put these guys to advance into here. Wang Ping eventually, I think we do want him to meet up with Zhang Fei, so we'll just send him along his merry way, and things are proceeding quite nicely. No, we don't want to train the spear. I imagine we break through here sometime, but here's a little bit of an IRP back thing, so we'll skip it. The new year passes, so in theory, our other kid kind of came about at 12, so we see if this one will come about. Zun Yi is not our kid. Cao Zun, not our kid, matured in Puyang though. Liu Shou is the one we wanted to see, and I believe she had genius in the first 2 categories and skilled in the other ones, so we'll see exactly what she looks like. I mean, we saw what she looks like, but I mean, no, we don't want to construct a stronghold. It's not what's on the inside that counts, it's the stat line that counts. So we'll take a close look at the kid, which is kind of what we were planning on doing, or what I was really interested in extending kind of the thing for. Wow, okay, that's a stat line. So genius is giving us basically 100 and a couple things. 80-ish intelligence is very solid, but 101 base leadership at 12 years old, and 99 war, stronger than every warrior in the Three Kingdoms save Lu Bu in terms of base stats. Naturally, the 12-year-old girl is going to destroy you. That, of course, all makes much sense. Aptitudes are decent. B is in everything, so B's in all the right places. I mean, we'd prefer A's, but, you know, it's still pretty nice. I think we'll just put her straight away into our comrade slots. We will just see. She's cultured, of course, man. The cultured leader, so we'll slot her in. And now she'll get plus 10 on top of that absolutely insane 10 stat. We are actually having a bit of a struggle-ish here, in the sense that they visually have a lot more guys on the map, but this visually having a lot more guys on the map is actually having, numerically, fewer guys on the map, but it's not going to matter because we're starting to push through here, and as soon as we, again, tickle the back line, then they will just all retreat. We will advance through onto the next thing, I think here, and then have Guo Hai. Why don't we have him fully take Ling? So that'll be nice. Jiaxu starting to destroy the city here. We have Zhang Fei is marching onwards. Ma Cao is waiting for reinforcements here. No, we won't construct a stronghold. Would you mind helping me? Yes, I would mind, but no, I don't want to help you. So we do have a little bit of a translation thing. Let's see. Up here, I believe we have stopped the advance. We want to skip all their forces around them. I'm not sure if we can, though. It might require us to go. We forgot to put boats. We forgot to bring the boats. It's almost like Cao Cao's mistake all over again in like the exact same spot geographically speaking, but we forgot the boats. And I don't know if we have to push through this. If we have to push through that in a naval battle, we're going to have a hard time. We're going to start pushing over here in Anlu with both of these guys, which is going to be quite nice. I don't think we covered what's in Wei Yan's unit, which is a decent amount of guys. We have Peng Tong and Wei Yan are kind of the big boys, but Li Hui is also going to be very solid, and Yi Huan, Wang Keng also decent. Deng Ai is mainly just himself in terms of the important ones, and we see that they're in shambles here. Zhang Yi, we will advance on Zikai as well to assist out. Wang Ji was injured. That's not ideal. That's this battle. Kind of taken a while. Zhu Shu has arrived. We don't have time for nobody. We do not want... I wish there was a go-to button, but Li Yan has taken the place. So now, we have two options of where we could go. I think we're going to go to the left and reset their supply line there. We do see them kind of just taking this right here. We're just going to have them advance onto this city. They don't need to take... they don't need to take this. It's unnecessary. It's gratuitous. Okay, we got a little bit of a side quest duel thing. We'll just skip it. And all their armies, properly tickled, have to start running away. This means Qiao is going to fall quite a lot easier. I think we're just going to send Zheng Liao in and advance him into the fray once more into the breach. He has to take down that anyways. We're starting to attack this city here. We're starting to attack to the city on the right as well. And now they are having to retreat all of their boyos. We see here, because we're attacking here, we are taking the time to take this, but they're not going to be back in time, so they're just going to full-on 100% just lose the city there. They're going to lose the city in several spots. We are just holding guys here by just not doing anything. Zheng Fei, of course, needs to advance. We'll have him advance to Kangwu. We will leapfrog Huawei and have her responsible for taking out Gao Yao. So after Kangwu, we'll just move on straight forward to Nanhai, I think, as long as there's going to be a weird status quo here. Here we are destroying this, but we're just going to march straight. Well, actually, let's get the morale recovered. So we'll have both these guys just destroy and then recover morale. But you can see we're making progress. Several cities are about to fall. I mean, this city is like really about to fall. Like there's just 1,000, yeah. Or I mean that city. They're all just about to fall. We just won't transfer anyone right here because we're about to hit another one. It's not even the city we're looking at. Will we? No, we don't want to move any officers. No, we don't want to help you. You're our son. We don't help out. Pick yourself by your own bootstraps. No, we don't want to construct a stronghold, and we want to take this city because we are taking the city. And there's the city. We'll be magnanimous about it. We're going to release them. We're not going to transfer any officers. But you can see here, we have just captured in succession 4 cities, and we are pushing on even further. There's not much they can do to resist us, and we are striking at their heart here with Guan Yu and the Zhao Hus. Guan Yu, the 5 tigers, and the Zhao Hus are going to be marching in for the heart of their kingdom, not really covering any supply lines, because there's no supply lines in this game. We're advancing over here, but Zhu Shang's almost, his metal is almost spent, and so Jiang Jia will be kind of next up on the list. Although this is quite a lot of guys coming in, Lu Meng, but if there's a lot of guys coming in, then that means no one's defending the back line here, and so they will be collapsing as we advance around, circling around into Lujiang from here, and pushing forward to the right from there. In fact, we actually should just push these guys to the right and have these guys come down and through to Lujiang. But it's just going to be an absolute bloodbath for them. So the 5 Tiger Zhao Hu combo is getting a nice push into their center here. If it mattered, we would want to transfer guys over. That way we could immediately use troops from these to do something. But instead, we'll just, keep on pushing because it doesn't really matter here. We're just pushing into their heart. Jianan will be the next target for those 2 groups. We might stop along the way to grab some of those things, but it's a little bit gratuitous. I thought we had played Jotai. Okay. Here we'll just send the guys with the highest morale right along, which is going to be Zheng Liao and these guys. I think that we will send GXU right along as well here to Lu Jiang. So Lu Jiang's about to be attacked with no defense in sight. Jianye, the defense here is collapsing, just a little bit left, and we will be advancing directly on Jianye. And then over here, they are kind of holding up pretty valiantly. I think that we're actually going to get defeated. We still have this massive force from Zhuge Liang to still advance out. We haven't started marching with him because we wanted to wait for him to get prime minister, but we're kind of waiting on our imperial appointment for that. This city is on the very verge of falling. We could just watch it for a little bit and it will fall momentarily. And here we should be getting a letter. What? Where's our letter? Where's our letter that we step down and we become emperor? Well, we were, of course, helping Cao Cao out. He is our best friend, after all. Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll take an invitation. For you. I know we're busy conquering all of China right now, but for you, anything. Our dear friend Cao Cao. And they are starting to advance, or they're starting to collapse here. Well, our guys are starting to collapse too, to be fair. We're just gonna retreat this guy out of here. Deng Ai, you can go home now. And yeah, you could probably go home too, you know, to be honest. But at the very least, they did distract and churn through a bunch of troops, even though they didn't make progress themselves. We have Zheng Fei kind of pushing in here. To be honest, he's maybe a little bit outmatched. We're having a little bit of a difficult time, but they have pulled everyone back from this Ma Cao kind of front, and so we will be able to advance here. At the very least, and one of these is going to fall, and if not one of those, then the fact that we're pushing into here is going to make a huge difference. I think that what we might do is we might actually even hold the phone, pump the brakes, pump the phone, hold the brakes. Why don't we just march on Huiji and we just split the two, because there's nothing in between us and them that we can't fight in order to get both these cities, or to both these cities. So Jianye, we're not going to help you. You're just our kid. You're not Cao Cao. And so we will be getting... Alright, there's the city. And this, of course, if they have units out that are under the city, I think that causes problems. Zheng Yi's force will have advance. Do we need them to take Jia? I don't think so. So we'll move on Jian Yi here with them. I think that Zheng Liao and Sima Yi will go here. I think that we don't need anything else to go there. And then you, my friend, GXU, you could take the port, and then eventually your morale will recover. But you'll be heading that way. But as you can see, nearly every one of their cities, except for this one, I suppose, is collapsing. No, we know you're our best friend, but we can't help you out. No. Never for you. So, you know, having a little bit of trouble here is Zheng Fei. Ma Cao's run out of supplies. That is awkward. We could march him back to the city, but that's really awkward that he ran out of supplies. Has he tried not doing that? It wasn't a supply base is the problem. No, we don't want to help you. Huawei, we will have it advance now. And we can have these guys advance as well. Meng Kuo could almost disperse and reform. He's only got 8,000 troops left, so... although it's not going to... No, it's not going to matter. We're just going to have him merge. There's not enough troops left, there's not enough time left for him reforming to even be remotely reasonable, so we'll just march them all over to this camp, which has a morale booster. Coming in over here, I don't think they have anything. Yeah, it's just 8,000. No, we don't need a stronghold. We don't need a music tower. We don't need nothing. We are pushing on the city here. We'll have Shen Dao push on the city. These guys are recovering their morale. We'll let them recover their morale. We get a bunch of city boosts. We still haven't become emperor yet, but now they are going to have to retreat because we are pushing on them directly. And there's only one city we're not currently pushing on, and that is Wu. The other cities we are all pushing on. Zhou-Tai actually has a decent force here, but I don't think it's gonna... This is by far our strongest unit. And it's like not even close. It has Huangzhang, Guanyu, Guanping, Ma Liang, Tuan, Zhao Yun, and Liao Hua. Overall, just incredible. And then here we are just, we're already attacking the city down here. They're gonna march out, but it's got the Zhao Hus. And so this campaign is almost over. We'll have you just disperse and then reform, because your city's right there, so that should be fine enough. Again, not having the best progress here, but looks like they had to go back because their city right here is getting attacked. And so they'll reform, more troops will come back, they will have a reasonable chance at defending, but then we'll be marching through. And then these guys won't be able to defend. Okay, 6 out of 7. Looks like someone was employed. Big nice. And now we'll deploy out of here to take this, autoform. I think that Wulan... Wulan was the one who got employed. This is wife. Shi Tao does not have an especially... They just have a decently high intelligence, right? We're not going to have Shi Tao lead troops, but we will have him accompany the not-so-bright guy, go max troops, give him some siege weapons, and send them on their way. I think that they could just push through. They don't have high morale, but it doesn't... I don't think it matters. These guys are coming through as well, so this city's falling. This city is falling... Well, this city might not fall to the Zhao Hus, but this city is going to fall to Guanyu. There's no shot. Oh, that's not a city. That's a stronghold. Well, still no shot. This city is fallen. Would you like to... No, we would not. No one's assigned us Emperor yet. This is a great disappointment. Maybe we have to... There's an interaction where we have to actively dethrone him. We aren't going to do that. Yeah, to be fair, it might be one of these... With some of these games, you get different events as Liu Bei, and you can't actually dethrone the Emperor and become Emperor yourself. I don't think this is one of them, but you can only declare yourself Emperor after some no-gooder does it before you. But we're seeing here really, really the end. The end of the end. You know, there's the beginning of the end, and this is the end of the end. And so, there's not sufficient defense here to account and deal with everyone. There's just too much. Like, Ma Cao is coming through as well. The one city, I suppose, that's a little bit close is this one down here, with the Zhaohu Yuan. It looks like they're gonna repel that attack. So maybe we should have marched Guan Yu down with him. We thought that it was enough, but it was not. But this city falls, and so Guan Yu can march down after this. Guan Yu, of course, by far the strongest force being led. The Zhaohu force is nowhere near as strong, even though it started out with the same amount of troops, basically. No, we won't transfer. They are down to their final 3 cities, 2 of which are currently being besieged. We will advance everyone from down here, all the way to there. That's going to crush their morale, but that's okay. And these guys will be flanked. I don't even know if these guys will come in necessary, but if there is... Yeah, we're just going to do it anyways. We could just maybe leave them here and just continue playing through, but we'll just keep going. Guan Yu's coming down, so Wu is kind of going to be next up. Zhang Liao. We never marched out with Cao Cao and Ko, but it doesn't matter now, and they're not going to get there in time now. We never marched out of our own main base. We got like 100k troops there. But here, this city falls. Yeah, there's not sufficient defense here. No, we talked to no one. Child, how dare you. Looks like his force is just about spent, but they're churning through everyone here. No, we don't help our kids here. Down here, how are things going? It looks like Zhaohu Yuan is just about to be completely exhausted when Guan Yu arrives to save the day, as one does. Immediately his morale is cranked up. It looks like Zhaohu Yuan's force doesn't even get destroyed. We would not like to move our officers, no. This is fine. And this means that Guan Yu, you can advance on Wu, and Zhaohu Yuan, you can take a break. You can disperse now. That's fine. No, we don't talk to nobody but our good friend Cao Cao. This city's fallen. They should resupply here, which is fine. Oh, these guys are just already on the attack. Also fine. We'll send some, not Chendao, we'll send some people who are lower morale through onto Wu. There's, of course, no troops left because they can't mobilize from all these cities that are over around in the Southlands because we control them all. Wu is the final bastion of Sun Quan's influence, and so there's not much to be done here. There's not much to be done, except for win. Victory is nigh. We've almost unified all of China. As one does, as is your right if your first name is Liu. Shout out to all the Lius everywhere. Except for this is the Han Dynasty era, not, you know, different era. Advancing these guys is probably unnecessary, huh? Yeah, we just win this. We take these. We win these. Yep. Are we missing something? Nope, we're not. This is it. This is it, baby. This is the final thing. The final push. Gan Ning is the one to oppose us. He's not enough. It's almost in the next year. We could wait for one of our kids to arrive if we just, like, retreated all of our troops, but we're not going to do that. Shout out to kids. Lu Mang is getting his licks in before the end. Yeah, we'll talk. Well, I don't know why we said yes to talk to that dude. Some nobody. Oh, Gan Ning. Valiant defense. It's not enough, but certainly not with Guan Yu on the case. Getting ready. Guan Yu's actually... We'll just have him take that. Because he's not even getting into the battle. There's too big a queue. Finish things quickly. This is how you don't get experience with this event. But we're trying to finish things quickly, you know what I mean? So the real RP experience is we got China to conquer. Oh my god. We hit the event like the day before we take Wu. And there it is. We finish off Wu by conquering Wu. And there's nothing more fitting than that. Sun Quan's army fell. We get a bunch of specialities, and we get capture a bunch of boys. Would we like to move any officers? No, but we have unified the land. Liu Bei army has unified the land. We've done it, folks. We get our cutscene. We get our pretty quiet cutscene. It's like no sound. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Mouth is getting a little dry from all that talking. They're celebrating in case you didn't know. They're mapping in case you didn't know. As one does. A turbulent and violent age sparked into existence by the uprising of the Yellow Turbans. Through the heroic efforts of one great hero and the many warriors who believed in them, had finally drawn to a close. Wow, using the gender neutral them when a lot of the translation is just like off. Spectacular. I would have expected him. Maybe that's not a common mistranslation or whatever. With the land unified by Liu Bei, an age cried out for a quiet world. The new emperor's government prized law, forming an organized security force of soldiers that reduced crime and made the world the people could feel safe in. Peaceful days void of conflict continued, with all the people of the land working away and following the laws, before peacefully retiring for their nights. Big nice. A new dawn had begun. As one does. Except we were trying to continue the Han Dynasty, and here we will get a little bit of an event chain. We start off in Jing. We seek to unify the lands from Wuling. Do we have to click through? Okay, we don't. Jiangwan forms a bond with Liu Bei. We're going to get to see all of our friends, except I don't think we are going to get to see all of our friends. We'll see how many friends we see. We start wife maxing here in December 2012. as one does, Kuai Yu formed a bond with Liu Bei. That was a little bit of an interesting one. That was surely not the second bond we formed. We were holding down the fort kind of in Jiangli here. We get our second wife, actually our third wife, because we started with Sun Shangxiang. Liu Bei subjugates Bashu. Yep, nice event. We get a little nice event, and then we march south, and then in 2020 we become the prime minister. That's true. And then here we took control of the emperor and became duke in 2020 as well. Kind of that big push on Cao Cao. Here shortly after we become king, or about a year later. I think that might have been at the start of the second push where we kind of went after Cao Cao. But then several years later, 5 years later, we wanted to wait for our kids to come on up. We unify the land. Could have done it a little bit earlier. Definitely could have done it faster. But we get to see some more of the officers that way. We got to see Jiang Wei. We got to see our kids grow up. Kids grow old, as one does. And I think this might be the opening clip, so I think this might be the end. Or is this the ending clip? We'll watch it. Alright, so now it's on to the credits. I'm not going to put you guys through the credits. We're just going to skip these. But we have completed... Oop. Oh, wait. Hey, ho-ho. When I look back, we certainly have a long way. Our home is so far back east, and if we take this extra land, we'll... home so far east. What are we doing? Don't you think you're letting your guard down a little too much and getting sentimental in front of the enemy army? Ha ha ha, forgive me, dear wife. I know we can't let ourselves lose until all the world is under the army's banner. Wow, crazy. Precisely. Though, well, no matter who we face against, I can't imagine that Liu Bei, the Zhao Lai the Benevolent, losing. But of course, no matter who I face, I will not lose. Not with the army I've assembled and trained. Indeed, and let us show the foes we now face that strength as well. Indeed, let's go, Sun Shangxiang. Everyone follow me. Hua. The Hua was important. I don't know if you guys got that translation. And we've cleared the Battle of Tong Gate, and we gained the Dong Zhuo portrait, and that is the run. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You know, do the YouTube algorithm thing. And other than that, you know, have a good one.